Okay, now it's easier. So already we have seen, of course, some tuple list operation, right? Similar, but here similar to list operation, we can use a tuple. What is the difference between in list? Normally it has a square bracket, but a tuple it has a bracket, this kind of bracket, okay, and the comma separated. This one is a list. This one is a tuple, okay. So this is a normal bracket with the comma separated value, and here this is also index based. So order, normally index based means ordered item. We can name it as ordered item. This one is we can change the items based on the index. We can change the items inside the list, but tuple you cannot change. You can fetch the item, but you cannot change. So if you are not able to change the item inside the any sequence, that is called immutable. So immutable item. So tuple is a immutable. So you can create a tuple like this, okay, with a normal bracket with the comma separated values. Yeah, the different data type, everything is the same. Here, nested tuple. Inside the tuple, we are having some tuple. Here, we are having some list also inside the tuple. If you see here, these items are immutable. You cannot change the items, okay, based on the index value. You can, but you can change the item inside the list, even though if it is inside the tuple, but this part is a list, so it's a mutable. It has a list property, right? It's override the tuple properties. You can change the items. If you give the parenthesis, okay, the normal bracket, if you have a value, any values like this, it consider as a string, okay, only one value. When it will be considered as a tuple, if you have any values with the comma, then this one is a tuple. Okay, if you check a type, you can check the type. So we are checking if we are assigning some value without parenthesis, the bracket, there is no parenthesis here. It shows some with the comma, that's why it shows a tuple, accessing the elements in tuple. Here we can access, this one is the index based, right? So you can access through index 0, 1. If you give the index value, you can read that item. Similarly, we have a positive index and negative index, okay. In reverse, we can get it a negative index. Nested tuple, inside tuple, we can have the nested tuple. Here you can see how it is getting entire tuple. This items is the 0th index. This entire items is the index 1. So we are getting index 1. That's why the entire items is getting rendered here. Suppose if you want to get this, okay, this value. This one is a 0, 1, 2. This one is a 0 index. This one is a first index. So first index, inside the first index, we are getting second index value. That's why Shino is getting printed. So slicing, same concept, slicing we can use. We can slice the tuple based on the index value, start, end, and step size. If you give this those values, you can splice. You can sub tuple. You can get it. So I'm trying to change the values inside the tuple. 0, 1, 2, 3. This one is a 0, 1, 2, 3. Entire part is 4. Entire object is item of tuple. So we cannot change the item inside the tuple. That's why it shows error. But if you want to change anything inside that list, you can change. The entire list is a part of tuple items. So that's why we cannot replace the entire, because that part of tuple. But inside that list, this one is a list, right? 5, 6, 7. If you want to change anything, you can change. Okay, because that is it has a list properties, because it's a list. Here I am trying to change. Sorry. So it's getting changed. Yeah. So concatenating tuples. So you can use, already we have seen a plus operator. And if you want to multiply, if you want items, anything you want to multiply number of times, so you have to multiply, you can use a tuple with the star operator. Okay, star. Here I'm using a Sadish single string. I'm multiplying 4 times. I'm just to multiply with the 4. Okay, 4 times is getting printed here, the same items whatever we have inside the tuple. Here inside the tuple I have some star. So if I want to multiply 54 times, the star and the line is getting printed. So how to delete? Okay, we can delete entire tuple using a delete command, or you can, because we cannot delete item wise. If delete means what? We are removing that one. We are changing the tuple. We cannot change that, right? So that's why. So you can delete the entire tuple instead of deleting one items. So count similar to frequency items. You can count that one. So index 3. Index of 3 means here we are having the first element 3. What is the index? If you want to check index, you can use the index of. So in a list also, you can use the same index of function. So we are checking the membership operator, whether it's there or not. Print 1 in tuple. We are checking 1 is there, item 1 is there or not. 7 is there or not. Okay. So there is some common building function, tuple length. The same way we can sort, okay, sorted, and finding a max minimum value. This one is mainly used for the statistics thing. If you have a data, if you want to find maximum value of the data, maximum age of that employees, minimum age, and sum of entire salary, so you can use this kind of function, built-in function.